Hey, I'm Michael Lane, lead investigator and founder of Supernatural Research Society. We're here tonight at the former site of Piney Grove Church. Piney Grove Church is a church that was torn down recently, but before it was torn down, they had a lot of paranormal activity here. Some of the history of the church goes back to, well, I believe the late 90s is when the latest person was buried here that had passed away. But as far as the church and paranormal history goes, several years ago, the congregation just up and left everything still in the church. Nobody could figure out a reason why. There's been rumors of a little girl that may have been killed here, and several groups have been out here investigating and seem to have found some really good evidence. So SRS has come out here tonight, and hopefully we're going to catch our own evidence and be able to show it to you guys. Here with me is my case manager, Cole Taylor. And Cole's just going to give you an idea of what we're going to do tonight.
All right. Hi, I'm Cole. What we normally do to start off an investigation, we normally get like some base EMF reads around the area. We try to get our equipment ready for our team. Pretty much just go through the normal routines that any paranormal group would go through. We have quite a bit of equipment that we use to actually do the investigation, but what we could do is we could kind of take you through a lot of the steps that we normally do case by case and show you how SRS does things. Okay. Kind of show you what we're doing. Mike's got some dowsing rods, and most people are familiar with them being kind of a water finder. We have our speculations that they can also be used to lead us towards paranormal sightings and paranormal happenings around the area. What he's doing right now, he's kind of going, and the dowsing rod's across, then there's said to be paranormal activity going on or a possible spirit around us. As you can see right now, they are kind of crossing, but we are in the middle of a graveyard, so that kind of shows you a lot of things that could be possibly going on in this area. This could be a quite active place.
The rods themselves are made out of brass, very lightweight. When you hold them in your hands, you just kind of let them support themselves and hold them on the edge of your fingers. You don't squeeze hard, you just give it just a light fix, kind of like that, and they just sit there and swing. You want them to stay straight down, so you want them to stay tilted just a little bit. And then as they start turning, as they are now, then you just follow the direction that they're turning, and they'll lead you in whatever direction where a supposed spirit is. Once you get to that location, wherever that may be, the two rods will cross over each other. When the two rods cross over each other, like they're doing right this second, I'll stop here because the rods have actually crossed. Then the theory is that you're close to spirit activity. Now, what we would do normally is we would then get someone with a camera to come over here and just take a few snapshots, and then maybe even start an EVP session or something like that, you know, after these lead us to wherever they may lead us to.
Okay, this is Colton and Corey at the old Piney Grove Church EVP session. Is there anybody here with us right now? If so, I got a device in my hand. If you can come up to it and say something into it, it's got a little red light on it. Come up to it and say something into it for us. Tell us your name. Are you male or female? Why are you here?
What about you? Are you getting anything?
Just a lot of red dots in the pictures.
This was a very old gentleman here. 1935 or 85, excuse me.
So like
I thought it said 35. Is that a 3?
vertical.
Yes, 1935 to 1986.
Yeah, because that's 1886 right there.
Oh, really?
Yep. Excuse me.
So like
I thought it said 35. Is that a 3?
vertical.
Excuse me.
So like
I thought it said 35. Is that a 3?
vertical.
Yes, 1935. EVP session, Piney Grove Church Graveyard, Cole, Michael, and Whitney. If there's anybody with us tonight, could you please tell us who you are and why you're here?
Is there anybody by the last name of Prost, Reed, Bryant, or Torrance with us tonight? If so, make yourself known.
We brought with us a machine called the K2 meter. It's a device that if you come close to will light up. If you're around us right now and can see us and can hear us, please come close to the green light on the ground and make it light up for us.
What we have here, this is a digital voice recorder, most known in the paranormal world or the paranormal investigation world as an EVP, electronic voice phenomenon. That's what we capture on this. Said to ask, or we ask questions and we provoke. We can actually try to nitpick with things, something that we cannot hear with the human ear, but we'll pick up actually on this device where we can actually hear what's going on. If it's having a conversations, we've had stuff in the past that we've actually investigated to pick up great evidence where we've asked questions at one point in the investigation, didn't hear anything at the time. We went back and reviewed it, and it actually came back a clear voice on there saying a message to us or a message to somebody else to the effect that we're trying to figure out what the spirit or the paranormal is trying to tell us. But this is called a digital voice recorder.
If so, I got a device in my hand. If you can come up to it and say something into it, it's got a little red light on it. Come up to it and say something into it for us. Tell us your name.
Were you the reason why this church fell apart? Why it's shut down and y'all just up and left? What we have here, this is a K2 meter. It's a device we use to measure electromagnetic fields in the area. It's said to actually spike up to the red. We've actually had it spike up to the red in previous cases, but it's anything it's said to be a spirit or paranormal happening. It's said to give off different readings like this and make it go off. In the case that you get a strong presence around us when we're doing an investigation, normally you're going to see it spike up. If we ask questions, we try to get responses from the the paranormal or the spirit that's in the area. And sometimes we even just leave it there, and it happens on its own. And we ask it to pass its hand in front of the device. But again, normally this is used in with an electrician. They use this to measure outlets and stuff to that effect. But we use it in a different manner, where we're using to help us find the paranormal and help us find spirits as well. So again, this is called the K2 meter, and that's what it does. Tell somebody close to you.
If you're here with us tonight, could you please do something to show us that you're here? Could you make a noise? Could you throw something? Could you please do it again? All right, this tool right here is an infrared thermometer. We use this tool in cases where we may go in and we may feel extreme temperature drops. There's a theory that if there's a spirit around you, a spirit, a presence, anything like that, then it'll cause either a temperature rise in some cases, but in most cases, a temperature drop. So what this does is we can just point it out into whatever direction, and it has a red laser light that points out. And for instance, right now the temperature is 83.6. So if we were in a hot place, a really warm place, and we felt like a paranormal activity was happening around us, or we felt like we were in the presence of a spirit, and then all of a sudden the temperature dropped, we would obviously point this into the direction and then get a temperature reading. We've had several instances where we've had drops within anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees. So it really is a great tool to pack up and take along on investigations. Pick those up and we'll try to douse them on. Let us know you're here. All right, this is one of the best tools that any paranormal investigator could have. It's just a simple video camera, and then also with the video camera is an add-on, which is basically on this bracket here, and it's an infrared night vision light that just gives you a little bit more better sight when you're looking in the dark. Our cameras that we buy, personally, we don't buy any without the night vision built in, so it'll already have a small one built in right here on the front, but this extra one here just gives you a lot better illumination when you're in total darkness. I like cameras that are made with a hard drive already in it. That way you don't have to use very many tapes. Although some people say that with tapes it's more of a true evidence than the digital. They say the digital can show lots of things such as orbs and stuff like that, make them appear more often than usual. But to me, it's just a lot more handy to have something with a hard drive built right in. Just hook it right up to your computer, and then your evidence is just a download away. But definitely an essential tool that you need. And along with all tools, you always have to have batteries. So it's a very good idea to go out on an investigation with a lot of fresh batteries. We keep a nice supply of batteries because sometimes not only do they run out, but any kind of paranormal activity can also drain the battery power as well. Yeah, that's crazy. Something
In this area.
they're pointing right at you. Let us know you're here.
Very cool.